Well, hello there, good people. It's your boy Johny-J, and welcome to another photo adventure. This week, we're heading out to one of my local spots to shoot some magical reflections. Wow, look at this reflection. This is exactly what I was hoping. And there's clouds, reflection, thumbs up. If we get some color, this is going to go off. Wow, get a load of this reflective surface behind me. How amazing is that? So I've just rolled up at my local beach down here at Berrubi. It's a big flat beach. It's got the big sand dunes behind it. But what I'm after is it's low tide. That's the key. It's low tide here, and that's what's leaving this beautiful wet sand. The other thing that's cool is we're geeing up some clouds back here in the background here. We've got 80% cloud cover. Oh, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. If we just get a gap, get a throw of light, we're gonna get these epic reflections here this afternoon that are just gonna be amazing. Exactly what I was hoping for. I think shooting reflections is like some of the easiest photography you can do, but you can get some of the most beautiful images. So we've got about an hour till sunset now, so we're nearly in that prime time. So the other thing I'm going to be looking for is light rays. Because of the type of cloud it is, with the sort of layers it's got, sometimes you can get these beautiful beams of light coming down. So I will be looking for that as the sun's setting. But I usually like to wait a little bit closer to sunset so that the light is a little more golden and a little less of that blue sort of color. So it becomes a lot more pleasing if you get the light rays a little bit closer to sunset, you know, maybe within the last half an hour. So I'll definitely be looking for that. All right, let me get set up here and let's see what we can find, because I think I've got a feeling we're gonna come home with some crackers. All right, so we're all set up here. It's looking magical. Massive reflective surface behind me, and the sun has just popped out from behind a cloud now. So just waiting for it to soften off. There's probably about half an hour till sunset, I reckon. And man, it's just gonna be epic. So the key to this photography is the water will wash in, wet the sand, and when it washes out, that's when you wanna take your frame. That's the key. All right, let me show you what I've got framed up on the back of the camera here. All right, you can see we've got our sun. I'll just underexpose it there a little bit for you. See, I've got our sun on that right-hand third and nothing on the left-hand third. I've got a little bit of a plan for some interest in that left-hand third, and I'll show you in a minute. This is gonna be funny. This is gonna be pretty funny, I reckon. But anyway, horizon line in the middle. Something interesting about reflections and symmetry, you can get away with that horizon line dead in the middle. It absolutely works. There's probably not many other types of photography where you can get away with that horizon line in the middle, but reflections, man, it just looks epic. So going for the symmetry, reflection in the center there, landscape composition, we're at f11, ISO 100 there, and I'm probably gonna have to take this in a couple of frames. If I was to shoot now, the dynamic range between the sun and the rest of the reflection is probably a bit harsh. And there's actually a really hard specular highlight on the reflection at the moment, and that's not the most pleasing time to take the shot. So we're gonna wait for that sun to just drop down just a little bit more and soften off so we can get that perfect light beaming through and get that epic reflection. All right, so this is what's gonna happen. 10-second timer on. I'm gonna pre-focus, hit the 10-second timer. I'm gonna run like hell into that bottom left-hand third, and hopefully I'll get in the right place, and I'm gonna be the foreground interest. Well, you know, as interesting as the foreground can be with me in it, but yeah, that's what we're gonna try first up. But I think it's gonna be okay. I don't know if I'm gonna get there quick enough, but we'll see. I'm super wide, so 16 mil, don't have to run too far into the scene. May have to play around with it. You know, may take a few shots to get the perfect spot. It's gonna be a lot more interesting photograph with me in it. Anyway, we'll take some with me and without me and we can compare them and see which one we like better. It's looking good right now. So what I'm gonna do is just take a couple of frames. That light's softened off, it's gone behind a cloud. So let's shoot one for our middle of the sun there where we've got no highlights clipping, something like that. 2-second timer on, hands away. Just waiting for that water to wash out now. Let's see, come on water, wash out so I get my reflection back. Yo, whether it's going off its chops. Oh man, this is crazy, dude. Wave's gone out, let's get our foreground again while that wave's out. Boom, let's get our underexposed now for our sun. Boom, loving that. One thing I do like, if you have a look here, you can see how there's like these clouds and the reflection are pulling you into the sun. Those clouds are almost acting like leading lines, which is really, really cool. Absolutely love that. I think that's epic. All right, let's open up for those shadows now. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to my 2-second timer, change that to 10 seconds, and I'm gonna hit it, and I'm gonna run. And I'm gonna get in the frame, and hopefully something like this, I'm gonna actually look okay. And there it goes, it just went off. So I'm gonna run back. Let's have a look how I look. Let's press play, and looking good. Went a bit too far into the frame, I reckon. I don't have to go so far. Oh, that makes it easy. I made it there easy. Well, I think that looks okay. I'm gonna get another one, but not run so far into the frame. All right, let's do that again. Ready? And 2-second timer's going, over 2-second timer. I'm gonna stand here, maybe over here a bit. And there it goes. I technically don't have to run back, but hey, I'm just getting a bit of exercise in. I hope you guys don't mind. Anyway, let's have a look. Let's have a look at that one. Oh, that's actually not bad. All right, let's get an under. Let's take an under here. Take our undershot. Still got our 10-second timer on, unfortunately, so we'll wait for that. Don't really need it on for 1/60th, but that's okay. Let's get that. All right, let's just have a look. So there's our under, there's the me shot. I actually don't mind it. Let's just have a look here. My reflection, yeah, it's not bad, not bad. I might go a little bit further out this time. So 10 seconds, go a little bit further out, but a bit further to the left. All right. All right, let's run back. Let's have a look, see. That's not bad, not bad. What I like about this one is my reflection is a lot nicer in it. That's really nice. And there's a few footprints there, but hey, we can fix that in post. Just out of interest, I'm looking at that sky. There could be a big blocker. It's hard to tell right now. I just want to get these frames off really fast because there's a chance that we might lose the light after this. Oh, it's just beautiful right now. Look at that light. I swear it makes me 10 years younger. I wish it was that easy. All right, we've got this crazy big blocker on the horizon now. I don't think we're gonna get any more gaps, unfortunately. So I think what we got is all we're gonna get. I don't think we're gonna get any throw of color. It's a really, really big cloud. It's actually really insane. It's massive there on the horizon. But what I will do, I'll just take another couple of shots here of the reflection. So we'll go back to our 2-second timer now, and we'll just take one there, and we'll take an underexposed there for our highlights. Well, 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 how good was that? Wow, epic reflections. Pity the big blocker rolled in, but hey, we got some amazing light. Not sure about the shots I'm in. We'll check them out on the computer in a minute. But reflections, man, how good are they? They just look so epic and they're so easy to capture. Just awesome. All right, I'll see you on the computer and I'll show you how I put this one together. All right, good people, here we are in Lightroom. Let me show you the original RAWs. So this is the reflection without me. This is the reflection with me. And if we go up here to history, this is what the Lightroom edits did. You can see I just opened things up, balanced out the exposure there. And the same with this one. If we go back to the last one. So here's where we got to in Lightroom, which was almost there. There's just a couple of things I'm not happy with, particularly around maybe the colors of the oranges in there, and there's a bit of cleanup to do as well. So that was our Lightroom edits there. Nothing really to tell you guys about, just basically using the basic panel and doing our pre-sharpening and a bit of a vignette. That's really all I did in Lightroom. So over here in Photoshop, we've got this one left here. You can see here's the cleanup layer here. If I turn that on and off, you can see those, mostly the footprints I took out in this one. And then in here, we did what's called an Orton effect. And if you look towards these brighter highlights here, you'll see once I turn that Orton effect on and off, you can see there's sort of this ethereal type glow you can see. I really like that with these type of photographs, you know, where you've got the sun in the frame and you've got light coming in. I do like this. So that's being restricted by a luminosity mask, so a lights to luminosity mask, just restricting that Orton effect. So it's basically like a blur that you're only applying to the highlight areas, and it gives it that like ethereal soft look around the sun, which I really like it. I also did a bit of an adjustment here. You can see the original colors I thought out of camera were a bit too yellow around the sun. So again, it's a luminosity mask selecting that color range and making that area more orange. So I did that on both the frames actually. And the final thing I really did here in Lightroom was, you'll see, look at the bottom. If I turn this off, look at the bottom gradient here. I felt like there wasn't enough blue tones coming through. So again, just using a luminosity mask to select this area and then just adding a bit more of that bluey tone to the bottom of the frame. I think it just helps balance out the reflection, makes for a nicer final image. One tip I will give you when you're dealing with these high dynamic range scenes like this is if you go up here in Lightroom, you can turn this little square on the top of the histogram, and that's a highlight warning. So if I was to bump the whites up here, you'll start to see a bit of red come through, and that's telling you those areas are purely blown out. Okay, so that's something to really turn on. And you can do the same with the shadows, although I have to say with the shadows, sometimes you do want a bit of black in your scene, so I don't use the shadow warning, the clipping of the shadow warning that often, to be honest. So anyway, here's our final photographs here. Let's have a look. There's the one with me in it. Actually, let's do this one first. So here's the TIFF. That's the one. So that's the final edit of just the reflection, which I think came out really lovely. I'm really happy. I love the atmosphere. I love the beam of light coming out. I think compositionally this works. You can see we've got those sort of leading lines of the clouds coming in. So I think that works really well. Here's the final photograph with me in it. Now, I think the cloud structure in that isn't as pretty, and the light's being blocked a little bit more in this one. I think it's still fine. It's a lovely reflection, don't get me wrong. One thing that is an issue here with my placement, and out of the three, I still like this one the best, the depth I walked into the scene, but you can see the problem. The horizon line is cutting my throat off there, and I think I just missed that in the review on the camera. It's something when you're shooting people or adding in the scene, you don't want them cut off at weird places, whether it be your crop or the horizon line or some bit of structure in the background or a pole or a tree or something growing out of the top of their head. You really want to watch those things. So to combat this, I could have come a little bit less into the scene, you know, maybe stood back here, and that would have made me a bit taller and beat that horizon line, or I could have lowered my tripod. That's the other thing. But all in all, there's the two photographs. I think they came out good, and it was just an epic reflection. All right, good people, before we get out of there, I need your help to decide which one do you like better, the me shot or the without the me shot, the me shot or without the me shot. Honestly, I don't mind this shot, but the fact that I'm in it, I'm like, yeah, I don't know, photographs of myself, you know, all that stuff. But I like the cleaner image, looks really nice. But I do see the interest here, and having that human connection, having someone in the frame can often be really cool as well. So please let me know in the comments below what you think. All right, good people, that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed another epic photo adventure. And please, if you want to show me some love and support my channel, drop that comment below. Let me know which image you like better. Give me a thumbs up. And my goal is 1,000 subscribers. So if you want to help me out with that and you're not subscribed yet, please do so and hit the bell for notifications. And of course, I'll see you in the next epic photo adventure. Peace.